In my opinion, I think night shifts are generally good for students or for people who want to work on their side hustle. And what do I mean by this is that nothing really happens during night shifts unless it's an emergency that requires your urgent attention, care, and action. Those non-urgent tasks can wait until the morning when there are more staff around, when there are admin staff, when there are managers around that keep the place running optimally. You don't have to do much during night shifts. And what I tend to notice is that I get a lot of free time. And so it's good for students. I was doing my uni work yesterday during night shifts. And if I have to do a task, then I pause it, I go do the task, and I go back to my study. It's good. I heard a colleague once said to me, night shifts are really bad for your body, but day shifts are really bad for the soul. And I don't know, I think I sort of agree with her on this one. Yes, during day shifts, you got to do a lot more tasks and you have to deal with more people. You deal with the clients generally, and you deal with the managers. And if you're an introvert like me, yeah, man, it's exhausting talking to people. But yeah, it's better for your health. And for this reason, I'm going to say I don't recommend night shifts. But if you're students and you don't mind it, and you don't mind dedicating a portion, this part of your life to study, to work on your career or your side hustle, then yeah, night shifts are good, man. They will free you up to do the things that you need to focus on, and you're gonna get paid while you're working or studying. And that's good for students, right? So during night shifts, I tend to talk to my colleagues a lot. And I talk to people from all walks of life. You know, my colleagues from a variety of backgrounds and varying degree of expertise and experience. And I also talk to my patients sometimes. But I mean, only the really weird ones. My patients in Christ. You have the option to sleep, and yet here you are walking around. I don't know what you're doing, man. Sometimes I wonder why these people, why these patients, when they have the option to sleep, they choose to stay awake. Meanwhile, us workers have to stay awake. I don't know, man. But anyways, I talk a lot to my colleagues, and I've talked to new grads all the way up to, you know, the seniors, the veterans. And, you know, the colleagues who are around my level, in terms of how many years we've been out of school, I see a lot of them go back to uni to pursue further studies in the same field in order to upskill and, you know, increase the salary. When I ask them what makes them want to go back to study, generally, you know, overall, I tend to find people going back to studies because they want to upgrade their salaries, because the cost of living is going up, and they want to upskill, they want to add a few extra dollars into their salary. And that's mainly their reason for why they're doing it. And I have no issue with that. Because if that's what they want to do, then yeah, sure, go for it. But I also heard new grads speaking to me, and, you know, there's a lot of this, I guess I can call it anxiety. You know, they see their peers around them pursuing further study, you know, 1 year out, 2 years out, and they are already going back to school and whatnot, and they feel like they're missing out. They don't know what they're doing at this stage in their career. You know, like they just started out, they're just finding their feet, and, you know, they look around them with all these different colleagues. Some of them, they are already pursuing further studies. It's like they know exactly what they're doing, and they feel like, you know, the new grads that don't know what they're doing, they feel like they're missing out. They don't have a clear direction. And yesterday, while I was doing my uni work, the new grad on the unit, well, she asked me, Bob, what are you doing? I told her I'm going back to uni because I want to be a physiotherapist one day. And after speaking, she said this to me: I'm so glad I spoke to you because I thought I was weird for not knowing what I want to do. Sometimes I think I should go back to school, but other time I don't feel like doing anything. And I told her, well, you don't have to do anything. Just because others around you are doing it, you don't have to do what they're doing. And let me tell you this: if you do something that you're truly passionate about, if you do something that is congruent with your values, beliefs, and your personality and your temperaments, you're gonna do a much better job than those who, pursue further studies just to add another initial to their credentials or a few extra bucks to their salary. You're gonna do a much better job doing that than someone who just want to upskill in order for them not to get fined, for them to maintain their employability. If you do something that you truly passionate about, you truly want to improve in this field, then you're going to do a much better job. And it doesn't matter what people around you are doing. They want to upskill, they want to pursue this career. But if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to do it, man. You don't have to. Why does it matter what others can do in this profession and what you can't do? Do you want to do it as well? Do you want to pursue further studies so that you can work in a more acute environment, like the emergency or the ICU? If it doesn't matter to you, if these people, your colleagues, they appear to be more competent than you at this particular specialty, and they want to pursue it, then good for them. That's what they're called for. But you don't have to compare yourself to them. You don't have to have the same skills as them. Do you understand? Is that what you want to do? Is working in an acute environment, in the emergency department, is that what you want to do? If so, then yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Do further studies. Go into that field. Specialize in it. Become really good at it. But if you don't really care about it, then I don't see the point. Why pursue that further when there's something that you really want to do? And for me personally, I think I want to focus on prevention rather than curing someone. And I want to use movement to heal the body. That's what I have always been interested in. I remember when I was in my first year of uni, I really loved running for the wrong reasons, now that I think about it, because I got rejected by this girl in Vietnam. You guys already know about her. And I wanted to prove to her that I'm the best and she's missing out. So I started running every day like David Goggins. But yeah, I had an injury from running every day. 8 kilometers every single day, every single morning, without fail, no matter what the weather was like. I wanted to prove something to myself and to that girl. But yeah, I ended up getting an injury, and so I couldn't walk properly for a while. I remember how devastated I was. My mental health went down the gutter. And once I recovered from that injury, I felt amazing. And I want to bring that feeling, to the people around me. I want them to regain their ability to walk or to run or to do the things that their body is capable of before. I'm not talking about illnesses. I want to do something that empower the individual to heal themselves. That's what I want to do. I love nursing, don't get me wrong. I love my job, but this aligns more with what I want to do, with my personality, with my values, my beliefs, I guess you can call that. I've always been interested in movements, and I want to give people around me the same feeling that I had when I overcame my injury. That's what I would really want to do. So yeah, that's what I will pursue. I'm going to tell you that I don't really care about, all of these invasive procedures. I personally don't want to pursue that anymore. I don't want to put tubes in people. I'm going to leave that up to my colleagues who will do a much better job than me, who have more drive for this profession. They will do a much better job than me, and I'll leave that to them. I'll leave that in their capable hands. I'm gonna pursue something that I think I'm gonna excel at. Well, not excel at, like I don't know that for sure, but I know that I would wanna excel in that. I would want to get better at that, and I would want to keep up to date with the literature and the scientific studies and whatever. I feel like that would be more of my forte. Anyways, that's all for today. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong. God bless. I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon.